I came home early from my business trip and found my fiance's car in the driveway next to my brother's truck. Weird. They barely tolerated each other. I walked in quietly because I wanted to surprise her. Instead, I heard sounds coming from upstairs that made my stomach turn inside out. I didn't go up. I didn't confront them. I just turned around and walked back to my car. I sat there for 20 minutes. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. Our wedding was in 3 weeks. We've been together for 4 years. My brother was supposed to be my best man. I could have stormed in and screamed. I could have called off the wedding right there, but that would have been too easy. They'd spin some story, play the victim, make me look crazy. No, they were going to destroy themselves and I was going to watch. I drove to a hotel and started planning. First, I needed evidence. The next day, I told Vanessa I was extending my trip by a week. She sounded relieved on the phone. That's fine, babe. I'll just be here planning the wedding. I bet you will. I installed a camera in our bedroom while she was at work, hidden in the smoke detector. I felt sick doing it, but I needed proof. That night, my brother's truck was back in the driveway. The camera captured everything. I downloaded the footage and saved it in 3 places. Next, I went through our shared finances. Vanessa handled the wedding budget. She told me it was $40,000, but when I checked the actual invoices, the real total was $26,000. She'd been skimming $14,000 into a separate account, an account linked to my brother's name. They weren't just cheating. They were planning to take my money and run. I had 2 weeks to build my trap. I called every vendor and confirmed the real prices, printed the receipts, screenshotted the joint account with my brother's name on it. Then I called Kevin. Hey man, I said casually. Just wanted to confirm you've got your best man speech ready. He laughed nervously. Yeah, almost done. Perfect. Can't wait to hear it. I hired a tech guy to set up a display at the reception venue. Told the coordinator I was planning a special slideshow as a surprise for my bride. She thought it was romantic. The wedding day arrived. I smiled for photos. I stood at the altar and watched Vanessa walk down the aisle in her white dress. She was glowing. She thought she'd won. Kevin stood behind me, probably counting down the minutes until he could disappear with my money and my wife. The ceremony went perfectly. I said, I do without flinching. At the reception, I stood up and clinked my glass. 200 guests went quiet. Before we continue, I want to thank some special people. My beautiful bride, Vanessa, and my best man, my brother, Kevin. They both smiled. I put together a little video to show how much you two mean to me. The lights dimmed. The projector flickered on. The first image was a screenshot of the secret bank account. $14,000. Kevin's name right there at the top. Gasps rippled through the room. The next slide was a spreadsheet. Wedding budget versus real costs. The theft laid out line by line. Vanessa's face went white. Kevin shot to his feet. What the hell is this? Sit down, Kevin. We're just getting started. The next clip played. Audio only. Kevin and Vanessa talking about how they were going to take the money and move to Austin after the honeymoon. He's so stupid. Vanessa's voice said through the speakers. He actually thinks I love him. Dead silence. Her mother covered her mouth. My parents stared at Kevin like they'd never seen him before. I turned to face them both. The marriage license was never filed. We're not legally married. Vanessa's knees buckled. She grabbed the table to stay upright and the police are waiting outside to discuss the $14,000 you stole. Kevin lunged at me. My actual best friend, Marcus, tackled him to the ground before he got close. Vanessa started screaming. You can't do this. You ruined everything. I leaned in close enough to smell her perfume one last time. No, you did. 2 officers walked through the reception hall doors. The guests parted like the Red Sea. Kevin started yelling about lawyers. Vanessa was crying, pointing at him, swearing it was all his idea. They turned on each other before they even made it past the cake table. I straightened my tie and watched them disappear through the doors in handcuffs. 200 people stared at me in stunned silence. I smiled. Open bar for 3 more hours.